Alright, this is section X, the backblow toilet seat. Um, be sure, I do not have a prototype of this, but be sure to listen to or watch the video Watch Me Last, important, um, because, that actually has a lot of detailed information on the marketability, market strategy, everything else. I'm really just going to discuss what the product is here. Um, I call it the backblow toilet seat because, frankly, I don't know what else to call it. And in fact, this is a really hard thing for me to do any patent research on. So I figure it's just best for me to work up the patent and bring it to people in the industry, so you'll know if you've ever heard of anything like this before. But basically, this is a toilet. To give you a graphic example, anytime I have diarrhea, okay, you can look at the toilet here, and let me see if I can yeah, I've got this on CAD. With a regular toilet seat, basically, if I have diarrhea or something like that, it's basically going to end up going all out, all over the hinges, and oftentimes even completely out on the floor. And even sometimes when I don't, it still, often gets, all over the back of the toilet here, right up in here where the waterway is. And, of course, that's a very difficult spot to clean. Well, I designed the backblow toilet seat to kind of get around that problem. I know I can't be the only one in the world that has that issue. But basically, it has a little shield here, so it protects that area, from, getting mess all over it. And basically, it's based on the premise that this little section here is far easier to clean as an item than up under the toilet, and certainly the hinges and all over the floor. So that just gets kind of old, especially when you have diarrhea. I mean, it's kind of hard to, when you're trying to sit down in a hurry, to think about, it's going to go all over the floor if I'm sitting wrong or whatever. I'm sure some toilets don't have this problem, but then again, who knows? I mean, this isn't something that people go brag about, but so, but the fact of the matter is, this would solve this problem. And again, definitely listen to the next video in the series, because I do have some marketing suggestions and things like that, because I do understand this would be kind of a tricky thing to market, at least on the surface. Now, this is a version of it that actually has a handle, and again, I discussed the value of this in the final tape too. This actual handle is a seat lift handle, and again, for reasons I discussed in the next video, this is actually a good way of selling this, because people would get this, and I think people would actually get this if the feature could be kind of pointed out. But at any rate, listen to the last last video, for a more thorough discussion of it. And I do have a few different embodiments, a few different designs for the toilet seat covered in here. Read the patent, and definitely read the text of the patent too. This isn't written in legalese, so it's and it's not very long either, so it's pretty easy to kind of follow and understand. But this is something that just amazes me that we don't have on every freaking toilet out there, in everybody's homes, let alone hospitals and maybe even commercial restrooms and so forth, because it really would be a bit easier to clean a toilet lid like this than, again, trying to clean it off the back, and certainly, when it gets under the hinges and so forth, although I assume a lot of commercial toilets may not have this because of their extended bowl, design and so forth. They may not have this problem as bad, but at the end of the day, it's something that, in my opinion, is a much needed feature. And you should also, consider this too from this standpoint, that I have lots of toilet-based product ideas. Now, this is only just one of them. I'm kind of testing the waters with it, because this is something I desperately want. And I couldn't even prototype this thing, unless I had, I don't know what I would need in fancy equipment to do it. I should think an injection molding machine for starters, because I couldn't 3D print something like this because I would want it smooth so it's cleanable. Even if I had a big enough 3D printer to do this with. So at the end of the day, the only way I'm ever going to have one is somebody manufactures it in all likelihood. But I'd certainly love to have this. But again, I do have lots of other toilet and bathroom based inventions too. I mean, I've got over a good 2,000 marketable product ideas, and that's out of a starting list of 4,000 raw ideas, and then 2,000 are what's left over after I've gotten rid of the stupid ideas and the obsolete ideas and so forth. I've been collecting these ideas for over 25 years, and I'm finally ready to put them out on the market and try to sell them, because of changes in the patent laws and everything make it really practical now. But in any event, take a serious look at this, because this does have some real market potential. But definitely listen to the final tape in this, because that's when I actually talk about the brass tacks of the whole thing. So anyway, I appreciate your time, and listen to the next video.